Hi there. There's an awful lot of videos on YouTube that purport to tell players of No Man's Sky the best way to make money in the game, particularly new players. And there's a lot of good videos there with a lot of great suggestions. There's chlorine farms and indium farms and a variety of other schemes for making money. And while I'm sure they're effective, I think they're all more complex than a new player needs to be considering, and will take longer to implement in order to make the money than the simple scheme that I'm going to show you here. So this is a new session of the game that I've played for about 6.5 hours now. I've gotten to the point where I've been to the anomaly, and I have the ability to jump from system to system, and not much more than that. I'm still in the basic starter ship. I'll show you. It's not a very good ship. I have spent a bit of time making money and bought a few slots here, but it's really not all that far along here. And the basic concept is really simple. Go into some caves and harvest cobalt. Keep doing that until you get to 3,500 cobalt. Now, this might work with less than 3,500. I'm not sure. The first time I did it, I started with 3,500, and that is enough for this system to work. And you're basically going to be jumping from system to system, crashing the market in cobalt. Now, you could probably do this with a number of other items too, resources that you could harvest, but cobalt is fairly highly priced, usually around 420 to 450, I think, per unit, and it's sold on every space station. And in order to crash the market, you need to be able to buy the item back, so it needs to be sold on that station. So this won't work on most trading posts and things like that, because they often don't sell cobalt. So you can sell them cobalt, but you won't get your cobalt back. And the whole heart of this scheme is you sell high and then buy low, and then sell high and buy low, and you crash the market repeatedly. And along the way, you buy up all the cobalt that you can from any ships that land and things like that, or whatever's in the system. So I'm going to start this process, but right now I have 285k in units, and right here I have 3,502 cobalt. So that's our starting point. So I'm going to jump to the next system, and I will edit out the jumps because you don't need to sit and see that screen. You've probably seen it a lot already. So this will be each of the sessions going into a station and selling, and that's I'll just show you the way it snowballs and the way you can make money from this. So we'll start off by flying to the first system. Okay, here we are in the first system. So we're landing in the first station here, and we do the standard thing of making sure that we run to the teleporter and open it up, and then we can go hit the market. Or we can hit the wrong button. Okay, so we've seen that. We're at station 1. And what we're going to do is open this up, switch to sell, and go find the Cobalt. There it is. So I have 285K in units right now, and I'm going to sell this 3502 Cobalt for 692,442, which I'm going to write down here. Well, I'll write down the results at the end. That's easier. So we sell that. So we get the money. We're now almost to $1 million. We go to buy, and we find the Cobalt, and we buy it all back. Okay, so now I've just had some tea, very timely delivered. So now, if I go back to sell just to get the total, I'm doing this just so I get the numbers right. I've ended up with 5,584 Cobalt, and I have 702,306 credits. And now we will jump to System 2. That's all there is to it. We've more than doubled my starting money, and we picked up some Cobalt along the way. Oh, there is another step, that's right. We're going to go buying Cobalt off of 3 of the people that are here. If I can highlight them. Because the system limits you to 3 purchases, I think. But because we've crashed the market, their Cobalt is going to be dirt cheap. So buy items from the life form. Find their Cobalt. He has 1939. We'll buy that. That's right, I forgot this step. Go hit up the second mark. Hello, Scout Teb. Yeah. I'm going to take all your Cobalt off you because 1335 of it, because it's dirt cheap right now, and you're not going to get a good price for it anyway. Don't know what happened. And then we go hit this guy here if we can get to him before he disappears, and buy his. So I will actually be snowballing a bit faster because these guys have got quite a bit of it. Okay, thank you. Now it'll only let me do 3, so if you try and do more than that in one station now, it will block it all. It'll black it out so you can't buy it, and there's no point. So my actual summary now is 474K 476, and I have what's it done with my Cobalt? Oh, it's swapped it around somehow in here. Just a sec. Let me just trade those places. I have 1 full stack of 9s, so 10,193 Cobalt. Now we'll go to System 2. Now, at this point in the game, I don't have the economy scanner or anything like that, so I really get no intelligence on systems, so I'm just basically jumping towards the galactic core for no reason other than the fact that the system's recommending it, basically. So we're going to the next one down the chain because I don't have any additions to my ship, no modules of any sort, so this is just basic short jumps. And I'll cut out the jump sequence there again. And this is station number 2. in the second system. And again, go to the teleport. The nice thing about this is the first time you're doing it, you're jumping from system to system because you want to go to places you haven't crashed the market already. But once you've done this and got a chain of systems that you're crashing the market in, you can actually just wait a few days for the markets to reset and then go back to the first one and jump through them all in the same order again. So again, we're going to sell, find the Cobalt. There it is. So I now have 10,193 Cobalt, as I said. I have 474K here. We're going to sell this for 1.9 million. We're going to go back and buy it back. We now have 641 Cobalt, and when I buy it back, we have 1,790,677 in units. Again, I'm going to change that and try and snowball it faster if there's any ships here, but I don't think there is anything here. No, there isn't. Okay, so we won't worry about it. And we'll head on to System 3. This is System number 3, Station number 3, whatever you want to call it. And as clearly illustrated, I have not augmented my jump pack or anything like that. Okay, stick our head in the teleport. Back out again. Off to crash the local economy. Well, at least the one item anyway. Okay, sell Cobalt. There we are. So we have 1.7, almost 1.8 million, and we have 641 Cobalt, and we're going to sell this for 2.5 million. And then we're going to backtrack a little bit when we buy it back. There. Okay, so now we're going to have 15,734 Cobalt. And $3,527,302. Okay, so we've got our Cobalt back. Confirm that. Yep. Yeah, looks right. Go check for any ships to fleece. No. Get in the ship and on to System 4. And this is the 4th station. Same routine. This gets a tad repetitive, but it's a good way to make money. the best way, in my opinion, when you're starting out. There's better ways to make bigger amounts of money later on, but they require an awful lot more setup, and you need to be further in the game. I'm less than 7 hours in the game here, so not very far in. And in point of fact, I made this whole video once before, and the sound failed. So some of that less than 7 hours was actually spent trying to make this same video, and that was probably an hour and a half of that. So again, we go and find the Cobalt, and we have 3.5 million units right now, and 15,734 Cobalt, and we are going to sell that for 3.1 million. And then we are going to go buy it back. And I'll write this number down here because I want to keep track of this stuff. We will now have 20,677 Cobalt. And when we bought it back, we have a total of 5,641,537 units. And again, I will go and look and see if there's any ships here that I can buy from, because the value for their Cobalt is trashed. Yes, there is. Oh, he's leaving. Maybe I can get to this guy before he goes. Not if I don't highlight him. Yeah. I'm sure it's very entertaining, whatever you've got to say. Okay, this guy has quite a bit of Cobalt. 4344. We're going to buy all that for 217k. And thank you very much. Now, can we find another ship? We can. Go to this one here, since I know the other one behind it is just arrived. As I said, there's a limitation in the game where it won't let you buy for more than 3 ships in a station. So I don't even bother anymore. This is a good station, though. This guy's got 3,888 Cobalt, which we'll buy for another 194,518. And thank you very much. Oh, and the guy behind is left already. Can I get to this guy? Nope, he's gone. Ah, but he just arrived. Good. I would take note of these stations that have really good results, too. This must be a rich system. Very successful. Flourishing, or whatever the adjective is that they use. Like I said, I don't have the economy scanner yet, so I'm not sure. Yeah, 4,467 from this guy. So that's my 3. But although I've spent money here, it's all at the crashed price. So we're going to make it back in spades when we get to the next system. Now, let me see for my summary, because I just added to that. We now have 5,006,202 units, and 33,376 Cobalt. That's my math's off. So now we'll be off to System 5. This is Station 5. into the teleport. That's done. Go crash their market. Okay, sell. Cobalt. There it is. So we have 5,006,202 credits, units, and 33,376, I was right. Cobalt, which we are going to sell for 6.6 million. Then we go buy it back. For 1.7 million. And we're done there. We now have 9,881,969 credits and 35,444. It looks like 30,000 can't write. 35,544. Maybe 45. And we'll go see if there's any ships here that we can buy from. One guy and he's leaving. Okay. Well, I could sit around and wait, but I want to get through these and show you how it snowballs, and it won't make a huge difference. If you wanted to be really thorough, you would make sure you waited for 3 ships, bought from them each time, and got the maximum possible. So now we're going to be on to system number 6. This is station number 6. Now you can get to some relatively large amounts of cobalt this way pretty quickly. And at some point you don't need to actually buy it all back. It's just not really worth it, although I hate to do that because it feels like money left on the table. What I have is a ship that I designate just to carry cobalt for cobalt runs like this. And I just switch to that ship when I'm going to go and do a run and build up my money again. So again, same routine. Sell, find the cobalt. There it is. We're starting with 9.8 million units here, and we're going to sell 35,545 cobalt for 6.9 million. And we're going to go buy it back. And I want to write down that total. 38,584. And when we're done buying that back, we have a total of 14,923,382 units. Again, I will go and see if I can buy anything off of local ships arriving. It looks like there are some here, so that's good. And we'll just add to our cobalt total. Now, another factor is I have not added any modules to my ships here. So, as a result, I am... Oh, it's not letting me buy off this guy. Okay, that's not the end of the world. We can try somebody else. I don't know what the logic is. Oh, well, I could if there was somebody else here. Oh, well, we won't worry about it. Sometimes it will say, no, you can't buy from anybody on, or can't buy from a particular guy and then it'll let you buy from somebody else that arrives. Anyway, we will be off to System 7. Okay, this is the 7th space station. And again, crash their market. Excuse me. Find the Cobalt. So we have 14.9 million units right now, and we're going to sell 38.5K of Cobalt for 7.9 million. And then go buy it back. Okay, so by the end of System 7, we now have 20,758,272 units. And the easiest way to find out how much Cobalt I have is actually to go check selling it again, which isn't worth doing, but you know, I could get the number that way. We got 40,582 Cobalt. I will go see if there's anybody I can buy from on ships that are in this station. Yeah, there's somebody here. Okay, this guy just arrived, so go hit this guy so he doesn't vanish on us. Yeah, sure. Okay, 1,400, almost 1,500 Cobalt there. Buy that. And thanks very much, dude. You're making my fortune. Okay, this guy's here. That's kind of a neat looking ship. Another 1,900 Cobalt. And a guy down here I can buy from. My third one for this one. Oh, only 904 Cobalt. Probably I could have waited for another ship. But that's okay. Okay, so now we have 20,533,401 units. Sorry. And 44,900 some odd. I wish it stacked evenly in tens, but I guess not. I'm bad at the math. Okay, now we're going to go to station number 8. Once we fly through this guy's veins. Okay, this is station number 8. Same routine, find the cobalt. And we're starting with 20,533,401 units and 44,966. Yeah, that was a little off previously. Can't do the maths. And we're going to sell this for 8.8 million. Go buy it back. Find the cobalt. Now we're going to leave, unless we add more from other ships, we're going to be leaving with 46,428. And no. Wrong thing. There. When we buy it back, we have 27,115,940. Okay, so let's go see if there's any ships here. Well, there was. Oh, there's 2. Okay, we'll go hit up the guy that isn't moving over here. Yeah, nice lipstick. Okay, he has 2388. That's good. And he's left. Oh, but these 2 have come in. Good. $171 cobalt. Yeah. I'll write that one down. You had a bad run, eh? Okay, and you. Like I said, I should be more discriminatory and not actually buy that small an amount, but I'm just illustrating the idea here. This guy has 1807. That's all right. Okay. So, back to our natty little starter ship. Now, I am just illustrating the idea here. So I'm just going straight forward as I go through. What you would normally be doing is, as soon as you'd built up enough money to afford it, you'd probably be going and adding to your exosuit slots. You might buy a better ship off of somebody if you saw one that was a much better ship than your starter ship. I didn't want to complicate this whole process by doing any of that stuff, but certainly that would be smarter to do. And if you want to be really thorough, in every single system you would call the anomaly in, and you would fly in, and I don't know if you see exosuit guy. I think he is the guy with the long tongue near the construction computer. Behind the guy with the long tongue is another terminal for adding a slot to your exosuit. So you can summon the anomaly into each system as you go, and between the station and the anomaly, you can add 2 slots to your system or your cargo on your exosuit, and make it a much faster process. It would slow the whole thing down here immensely if I was doing that, so I'm skipping that. But normally I would suggest you do that. Okay, now we're going to go on to System 9. We have 26.9 million credits at this point, and we have 50,794. Looks like. I gotta write this down. $26.9 million. So, on to system number 9. Okay, this is system number 9. Looking at the terminal so that I can come back here again and go crash the market in Cobalt. Oh, sell. Sorry. Okay, so we have 26.9 million units at the start of this. We're about to sell 50,794 for 10.1 million. And then go buy it back. And excuse me. Okay, so just checking my total of Cobalt again. I now have 52,150 Cobalt, and we're at 34,441 and 41,016 credits. We'll see if we can sell, or sorry, buy from ships. We can. Now this time I will wait long enough to find out if it's a reasonable amount. If the guy doesn't have a reasonable amount of 1,680 Cobalt, that's worth it. So we'll buy that for 84,000. Thank you very much for your contribution. And off to the next guy if we can get there before he disappears. And he has 2005 Cobalt, so we'll buy that. And go to the third guy here. Come on, bring up the bring up the dialogue, thank you. He has 1992. So, another 100 grand going on that. And I'll try buying from another guy if there's one here, just to show you what happens. Or did I do him? I already buy from you? I have to admit I'm not paying attention to their names or anything. I'm just looking at the dialogue boxes and trying to get to the menu. He has 50. I didn't buy from him, but it's... or... no, I don't think I will have bought from him. don't think I tried this guy up front here, so we'll make sure by checking him. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I don't speak your language. Not yet. Okay, he has 1730. Okay, maybe I'm incorrect. It seemed to be limiting me from doing it more than 3 times previously. But maybe there's some other mechanic going here. I'll try another guy. That's a strange looking ship. I like it. See, this is what I expected. It lists 0 cobalt. He doesn't have any. And the demand's crashed and it grays out the menu. Okay, so at that point I usually give up. And don't bother trying to buy anymore. Okay, where is the wretched little ship? There we are. Okay, so we have now got 34,071,200 units, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 59,000, 50 some odd, 58, something like that. I'll find out the next time. Okay, and now we are going to go on to Station 10. And this is station number 10. Okay, there's the Cobalt. So we have just a hair over 34 million units right now, and we have 59,557 Cobalt, and we are going to sell it for 11.9 million. And then we're going to buy it back for 3 million. And we now have 43,014,625 Cobalt or units, and $60,016 Cobalt. Nobody else here. On to the 11th station. And this is station number 11. Now I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but it's worth considering the fact that if you're starting off, you probably don't have a very well-equipped ship, and you are getting very, very valuable cargo totals here. So when you jump into a system, I would go to the station as quickly as possible to avoid pirates. Well, actually, what I would do is get a better ship and I would equip it and get modules in there at each station, and that'll slow the process down, but you will get a better ship out of it. You'll be better able to deal with pirates if you get caught, but I'm avoiding them as quickly as I can here, just because this is for illustrations purposes. Okay, so find the Cobalt. We now have 43 million units, and we have 60,016 Cobalt, which we're about to sell for 11.8 million. There, 11.8 million. Buy it back. Don't forget to buy it back. If you do forget to buy it back, it's not the end of the world. You can go back to the system. It'll be there for a while. I'm not sure how long, but it will be there for a while. So we now have 60,597 Cobalt. I didn't have a lot here. And when I'm... No. When I'm done buying it, I have 51 million 898,499 units. And we will head off to system number 12. And this is station number 12. And same routine. Like I said, it gets a bit repetitive. Okay, so this is station number 12. And we have 51.8 million units. And we have 60,597 Cobalt. 51,898,499. And we're about to sell that for 12.3 million. Boom, 12.3 million. And then we lose a little bit when we buy it back, but nowhere near as much as we made. Okay, and we're going to end with 61,905 Cobalt. And when we buy it back, we leave this with 61,125,454, and yeah, okay, I've got room for more Cobalt still. Oh, missed them. Oh well. Off to the 13th system. Okay, this is station number 13. Now, this is obviously a bit grindy, but if you're trying to get ahead early in the game and you want to get better ship and you want to get your slots going and everything else like that, this isn't a bad way to do it. And then you can look at other ways to make your money down the road. Okay. Same thing. Sell, find the cobalt. We have 61.1 million here, and we have 61,905 cobalt, which we're going to sell for 12.8 million. And then we're going to buy it back. So now we have 70,642,545 units, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 63,000 some odd cobalt. We will jump to system number 14. And I could buy more off these guys, but you've seen the point of that. It helps the snowballing, speeds it up and whatnot, but not by a huge amount. And this is station 14. Now, you can see how this snowballs pretty quickly. We're at 70.6 million units, and we have 63,871 cobalt, which we're going to sell for 12.2 million. Now, I didn't mention this earlier. If you look here, the cobalt is got a under it lists demand under the name Cobalt minus 3.0%. It doesn't really matter what that value is as long as it's not plunged really minus. And I'll show you that by paying for this cobalt or selling this cobalt and then buying it back. And when we go to buy it back, you'll see that demand is now listed at minus 80.6%. And the price has dropped to 48 per unit. That's what defines crashing the market, is that when it drops to minus 78 or minus 80 or something like that. That's what you want to make sure you're doing. Otherwise, you're not actually gaining a benefit at all here. Now we have 67,727 cobalt, and we are at 82,915,262. And we'll go off. Well, I gotta buy it back here, don't I? Buy it back. Right, so we're actually not at 82, we're at 79,661,852. And just because I'm getting confused here, I'm trying to do too many things at once. Yes, we have the cobalt. Okay, good. That's the big important one. Got to make sure you got it. You bought it back. And we'll go off to system number 15. And this is station 15. Arriving like a sack of potatoes, but still got in. And this is a beginner ship, so, you know, if I knock the nose off it, it doesn't matter that much. Back into the terminal so I can find it again and do all this again. The next run, I do like this. In a few days when the market's recovered, I will be able to just jump from system to system to system. I won't need to fly anywhere. And it takes, I think, like 4 days, roughly. I'm not sure what the math is, but it takes about 4 days or so for the market to recover. Okay, so we are starting system 15 with 79.6 million units, and we have 67,727 Cobalt, which we're going to sell for 12.9 million, which we have done. Go back, buy it back. Now we have 69,329 Cobalt. And when we bought it back, we're at 89,276,413 credits. And we'll go off to system number 16. Where did we park? There we are. And this is station number 16. Now, as I was saying before, I'm going to cut out all the repetitive jumping and stuff like that in this video. So you've seen all that before. You're not going to need to see it again. It doesn't change much. So if there's no comments, I'm just going to basically chop it. If I was talking about something, then I'll keep it because I was talking about something. So that's going to distort how long it takes to, appears to take to do this process. But I have been recording for about an hour and a half now, and there was some wasted time at the start there, maybe 10 minutes. So just to give you an idea, this has taken less than an hour and a half so far. And I am kind of streamlining it. I'm not doing any of the side stuff I could have done. Okay, we are starting system 16 with 89.2 million units and 62,329 Cobalt, which we are going to sell for 13.2 million. And I'll buy it back. And confirm that I've got it. Yep. Okay, and we will go on to one more system. Now, I'm trying to get to 100 million because that seems like a nice attention-worthy value. If I had bought a few more units of Cobalt somewhere here or there along the way, I could probably be there a little sooner. But we'll do jump number 17. And this is station 17. And I forgot to write down the numbers here, so I'm just going to quickly do that. 99,180,159. And we are selling 70,783 cobalt, and we're going to make 14 million for that. And then we're going to remember to buy it back. For 3.5 million. 71,115. That's my final amount of cobalt. And we are at 109,831,714 units. Confirm that I've got my cobalt. I do. Okay, so there you have it basically. I've done 17 jumps. It's taken about an hour and a half of game time, and I have gone from, where is it here? I started with 285,000 units and 3,500 cobalt, and I've ended with 109 million, almost 110 million, and 71,000 cobalt, and it's that easy. Now, you can actually speed this process up yet again, too. Once you've made a little bit of money, you can start buying wiring looms. And I think they run like 60k each, and I think they stack in fives. I'm not sure, it's been a while. Yeah, they stack in fives. You have to have the inventory space to do it, but you can buy those and sell them and crash the market too. I'm not sure how many wiring looms it takes. You would probably want to have built up your cargo space in your exosuit and everything else, done all those purchases with the money that you're making off of this. Before you start doing the wiring loom shtick as well. For me, the cobalt is more than enough. If I'm low on money, I just go do a cobalt run and raise up the money, and away you go. I've probably made 4.5 billion so far. I've never been above 3.3 billion in game. There's always been something that came up that I wanted to do, and I've upgraded a couple of S-class ships to be fully slotted in their cargo and tech and everything like that. I've done the game of getting free upgrades for storage by buying ships and salvaging them in the hopes of getting the free slots and stuff like that. I've tried a pile of things like that, and that ate up quite a bit of money. I now have one exotic ship fully slotted and equipped and everything, and I just came across another one and I kind of like it, so I might do it as well. And I'm still hoping to get a squid at some point. I haven't even seen one of those yet, or I would have bought it. But it's only going to get faster here. The last one there, we were making 13 million. When I go do a cobalt run, I think I'm making 62.5 million per station. So a couple of minutes to get from station to station, 62 million. Again, 62 million. Again, 62 million. It adds up really quick. And if I wanted to keep adding more and more cobalt to it, I could. But I have around 200k in one of my ships that I use for cobalt runs, and that's enough. It takes a couple of clicks. Once you get to 100k, that's all it'll show you. You have to click that, and then you've got to click again to get the next one, and it seems like that's enough. It takes up enough space. So I hope that if you watch through this whole thing, you will try this if you're starting out and you want to get going and get some money to let you get stuff and to improve your ships and stuff like that. I think that this is the fastest way for a new player to get going. Like I said, this particular session is 5 hours into the game, well, yeah, 5 hours into the game when you count stuff that I did when I was trying to do this video earlier and made a mistake. I had problems with sound. So discount that hour and a half. This is probably on hour 7 here, and it's probably 5.5 hours of actual gameplay into this session. And here I am with 109 million. So hope you enjoyed that. I will edit this down and post it up to YouTube. And if you like what I'm doing here, this sort of thing, I broadcast regularly on Twitch. I'll play the credits here, and you can get information from that. I'm on Twitch as That Font Guy. I have a Patreon. You're welcome to support me there. That's cool too. And of course, I'm on YouTube. If you like this, please hit like so that you can follow me. And have a great night. Hey, if you watched this far, you probably watched the whole video. So thank you. If you're watching this on Twitch, then please hit follow and turn notifications on, and you'll be notified the next time I go to do a broadcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, then please go here and hit subscribe. If you're wondering why I call myself That Font Guy, well, I build constructed languages and constructed writing systems. And if you're interested in that, then you should head over to my Patreon and check that out, where you can download quite a few of the fonts that I've created. And if you support me for $1 a month, you can download everything as I produce it. And that would be greatly appreciated too if you get a chance to check that out. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you again.